time, secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They'll run here with Kamara. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Second and goal. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll look to run with Stevenson. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time and take their chances?
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's got it. It's a touchdown. There is a marker down, but it looked like the defense was offside. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. It's up and good. Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Fields. He's going to tuck it and go.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Second down, it's Fields. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be third down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Steelers getting ready to punt this one away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to beat him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
It just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down. Look him up on a second down and 8. Now McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down. On the ground, it's Kamara. He'll get about 2. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Second down and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Second down and 3. In motion, it's Jefferson. Here's Kamara. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. putting the tight end in motion. Kamara going to try to pull his way in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Minnesota. Touchdown, number 9 for the year. Riker good with the extra point. And the Vikings move out on top, 14-0. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Second and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
First down. Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Fields now on second down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Fields to throw. And he'll be taken down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The extra point is good. And the Steelers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Austin with the grab. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Fields from the pistol. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is McCarthy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's McCarthy. Open man, downfield, it's Hawkinson. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th. When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. The offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but Greg, the pick-6, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick-6, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the second half.
Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his first extra point miss of the season. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play. On
2nd down, here's McCarthy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
So we... They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 17-7. Second and 7. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Now he takes off.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. He works free, right side. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick six changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the two-point conversion. Here's Fields. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. To the left side and taken in by Jefferson. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to get back within a field goal. This one has plenty of legs. And it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Fields now. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. They'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I think at some point for this quarterback. He has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will score! Touchdown, Steelers. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
The extra point, up and good. And the Steelers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. At their own 22-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Get this complete. It's Addison again. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players. And that's exactly what they did here. And they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That's caught left side by Hopkinson. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's 1st down. To the air once more is McCarthy. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing again is McCarthy.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
To throw, it's McCarthy. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
They'll go with a counter on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. And the clock will stop. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining. He'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They're able to erase the memories from...
Yeah.